Hello everybody. Today we are baking again, but this time we are making a chocolate cake. It's because it is my sister's birthday tomorrow and she wanted a chocolate cake for her birthday cake. So we're making a chocolate cake today. So let's see, the first thing that we need to do is add in the sugar. Ooh, that was loud. The sugar, 1, 2, the flour, let's see, 1, and 1, 2, 3/4, the cocoa powder, 3/4 a cup of the cocoa powder. What's the difference? We'll do this one. Sure. And the cocoa powder. Let me get a new. Right, we have all of our dry ingredients in the mixer, mixing up, and then we will add in all of the wet ingredients on the eggs, buttermilk, coffee, and oil and vanilla. So yeah, we'll get all that mixed up and add in the rest of it. All right, now we're gonna add in our eggs, which is 2 eggs, our buttermilk, which is a cup of buttermilk. So I didn't have buttermilk, but you can just put in a tablespoon of lemon juice, is what it said, and let it sit for like 10 minutes. So that's what I normally do. And it turns out pretty good. I don't know a difference. So a cup of buttermilk, and yep, okay. Buttermilk, throw that in there. And then I need to grab the coffee. Okay, we're gonna add in our vegetable oil, our vanilla, which is 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and then we're gonna add in our coffee. This one, the coffee just helps bring out the chocolate flavor, but I always add that one as the last wet ingredient to add in, so that way it's not like just sitting in there while I am getting the rest of them, so that way it doesn't cook the egg that's in there. So we're gonna mix that all up, and then we're gonna pour it into our pans and bake them. All right, now we just gotta get our cake pans all ready, because you were supposed to do it at the beginning of the recipe. I never do that because I always forget. So we just put them on our parchment paper, trace out the outline of them, and then you just cut a circle out. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. So you just kind of cut it like that, and then you lay it down in the cake pan like this, and then we'll put some oil over the top of that, so that way it stays. Now we're gonna do the next one. All right, now we're just gonna take some of our, we use avocado oil, so we're just gonna take a little bit of that and just put it right there, and take our little brush and just brush it onto there and all around, so the cake doesn't stick. Just a teeny bit more. Oops. Just get it so the cake doesn't stick, because that's always like the biggest fear, is that the cake will look so pretty and it'll look like it's baked so good, and then the whole bottom gets stuck in the cake pan. And that has happened to me before. But luckily, this seems to help. just like so. Just brushed on like that. All right, both my cake pans are prepared and ready to go. Now we're going to take our cake batter and try not to spill it as we, oops, I already dripped some. Oops. Okay. Okay. And then make sure that it's all completely mixed and that it looks good. I don't know if you guys can see it in there, but I'll show you it after I pour it into the cake pans. Okay, now we're gonna get these all hopefully even. Pour it in there. So yeah, so it's my sister's birthday tomorrow. So since I am the baker, I make everybody's whatever they want for their birthday. I make it all. So I'm making her the chocolate cake. This recipe was like a chocolate cake recipe years ago, and this was the one that we found. So it's the best chocolate cake recipe. I don't remember like where we found it, whose recipe it was, but it is so good. So every year she asks for this and I make it. Okay, here are the chocolate cakes before they go into the oven to get baked, and I will show you guys what they look like once they are out of the oven and cooled. Okay, the cakes came out. Look how good they look. But now comes the tricky part of getting them out of the cake pan. So this is what I like to do. I like to take my little spatula like this and run it around the edges just in case it happened to get baked on. Then we're going to take it, and this is always the part that scares me. Wait. Oh no. A little bit got stuck in there. Right here. That's okay. It'll still work. Now we're just gonna take the cake. We get another cooling rack, flip it on top like this, sandwich the cake down like that, and it worked. This just happened to be a minor little bit that got stuck in there. So now we're going to do the same thing for this other one right here. We're going to take the spatula and go right along the edges. I feel like I should have put a little bit more oil in this. Now we're going to take the spatula, go right along the edges, and try and hope, fingers crossed, that it does not get stuck in here. Okay, this is always the part that scares me the most. Is trying to get the cakes out of the pan. Okay. Now for the moment of truth. That one got a little bit in there. Oh, look at that. It's so pretty. Okay. Alright, flip it back over like so. And now we just wait for them. They're pretty much cold, or yeah, they're pretty much cold because they're already cooled off. They've been sitting out for like an hour and a half, 2 hours almost. So now I'm gonna start making the buttercream. All right, now we're gonna make our buttercreams. We added in our butter, powdered sugar, cocoa powder, salt, vanilla, and milk, and we're gonna mix it all up and start decorating the cake. Okay, it got loud in the kitchen, but that's the chocolate cake for my sister's birthday. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.